everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is a special video where I will be recommending you some books, movies, shows and songs that you can definitely enjoy with your loved ones on the D-Day. So without further ado, let's get started. The first book recommendation that I have for you is The Best Couple Ever by Navaneel Chakraborty. Now this is a very fast-paced, dark, gritty and erotic romantic thriller which will definitely keep you on the edge till the end. Now this is my first book of Navaneel Chakraborty and I won't deny that I am highly impressed with his writing style. Now, this book revolves around three couples. The first two couples are very much famous on social media, and their lives depend on the number of followers they gain and lose every day. But the third couple, that is the Sanisha Singh and Adik Sharma, they are a little bit different from them because their lives doesn't revolve around social media. Now, Sanisha Singh is an employee in an NGO and she's not married to Adik Sharma, but she lives in with him. Kashvi and Dhriti, they compete against each other on social media and they put up stories of themselves with their husbands, showing off their married life, how they enjoy their lives and how satisfied they are, and they want to win the tag of the best couple on social media. But there are hidden truths deep beneath these perfections. They suffer in their own personal health and they just crave for those things. They die for attention. They crave for the things which they have been denied in their childhoods, and thus they have decided to put on a mask of different version on social media. Now their lives takes a drastic turn when a mysterious man enters their lives as well-wisher and turns their lives upside down. Now Navaneel Chakraborty has done a very good job in spinning suspense around this mysterious man and his actions. It's very difficult to figure out the dark motive till you hit the last pages of this book. So this book is not the lovey-dovey mushy type of love story, but it definitely contains all the elements of love, hate, revenge, heartbreaks, erotic scenes, which definitely makes it the apt romantic thriller. So if you are up for some twists and turns in the love story, then I think this book is the one for you. The next book that I have for recommendation for you is The Girl Next Door by Arpit Vagaria. Now this is also not a mushy love story, but it is a story that will stay with you even after the book has ended and will leave its footprints. Now this story is set at a time when a pandemic has broke out in India called aqua virus, and the Prime Minister has decided to go for a nationwide lockdown so that the virus would not spread worldwide. Now Ishan is a radio jockey who stays in Mumbai and he has not met his family for 15 long years because there are some complications between his mom and his dad, and he just wants to avoid the clashes in between them. But when a lockdown was imposed nationwide by Prime Minister, he was forced to go back to Bhopal by his mother after lots of coaxing and emotional blackmailing. Now Ishan meets with a girl called Ruhi who lives just a few houses away in his street, and he immediately fell in love with her on the very first sight. The author has redefined the love story between Ruhi and Ishan in the typical 90s style, and you will definitely live the 90s with the couple and it will melt your heart. Now there is a suspense just at the end of the story which is very much unpredictable and it will make you cringe till the suspense unfolds. Now, there is always a book that will make it a part of you, and this book certainly fits into the category. It will make you happy, it will make you laugh, smile and cry with the characters and extremely satisfy you. The next book is Why Not Me by Anubhav Agarwal. Now this is a first of its type and has been definitely added to my favorites. Now this is the English edition of the book. Now there's also another edition which is the English one, but I really loved reading this one. So this book is about a guy called Anubhav who was madly in love with a girl called Zoya, and his love was endless, selfless and pure, but Zoya was not so much interested in him, and she was not even made for this pure love. So before she went away, Zoya taught him very important lessons of love which rebounded in his life just as blessings. Definitely, there's a lot of things to learn from this book about love, life, morality, and emotions, and is very much apt for the readers of all ages. Now, this is a non-fiction book, and unlike others, my biggest takeaway from this book was you should love endlessly without any fear, but not at the cost of your personality, career, and self-respect. Now Anubhav Agarwal also writes beautiful poems, and you can check him out on his social media handle on Instagram, and he is the creator of I Write What You Feel. So if you are interested, you can check him out on his Instagram and on his social media handles. The next book is The Touch of Eternity by Durjoy Datta. I haven't read this book yet because I didn't get the time, but I picked this book up because there is a twist apart from the love story, and the twist is of a scientific breakthrough and reincarnation. So I think that I will read this book on the V-Day, and if you are interested, you can definitely check this book out. Moving on to the next segment, that is the movies and the TV shows. The first movie that I will definitely recommend you to watch with your loved ones is Tribhanga. Now personally, I watched this movie a few days ago on Netflix, and I watched it only because Kajol caught my attention, and she is one of my favorite actresses in Bollywood. Now, this movie is an emotional family drama of struggles, heartbreaks, and despairs and their aspirations, and it revolves around three generations of women. Now, there are some important subjects like sexual assault and domestic abuse which has been integrated in this movie. Now, the characters of Masha, Nayantara and Anuradha have justified their roles in this movie. Now, there is a character of Milan which is played by Kunal Roy Kapoor. Now, he is writing a biography on Nayantara because she is a very honorable and prolific writer. Now, Anuradha is the daughter of Nayantara, but she is completely different and opposite to that of her mother. She is foul-mouthed, she is a very hot-headed woman, and she doesn't like getting advices from the outsiders. She also doesn't like those people who snoops around and tries to interfere in her personal life. Now, she is also having a daughter, and her name is Masha. The character is played by Mithila Parekar, and she is completely different from her mother and grandmother because she wants to lead a very simple and uncomplicated lifestyle just like a housewife. Now this movie also imparts a very important message, that is, mothers are not only for sacrificing for the family and for their children, but mothers have also their own identity, their own dreams and desires and aspirations, and being family members, we should respect them. So Tribhanga is a very watchable and a very good movie which you should watch with your loved ones on Valentine's Day. The next one is Mismatched. Now this is a series on Netflix, and I literally watched this series only because of Prajakta Kohli, because I admire and I just love her work on her YouTube channel, Mostly Sane. Now this series is based on a book, When Dimple Met Rishi, written by Sandhya Menon. Now here Dimple is Prajakta Kohli and she meets with Rohit Saraf or Rishi at Aravali Institute. Now they are completely different individuals and personalities. On the one hand, Dimple is a very career oriented girl. She wants to become a techie. On the other hand, Rishi wants to get married to Dimple. So this is like a Indian high school drama filled with a love and a story about love and friendship, and I think it's definitely a movie that you should watch on Valentine's Day. Okay, so the next series that I am going to recommend you is my personal favorite, and it's the chilling adventures of Sabrina, which is also based on an American comic series. Now, Sabrina Spellman is the daughter of Satan or Lucifer, who denies to play by his game and oblige to his rules. Now, she lives in Greendale City with her aunts Zelda and Hilda Spellman, and with her cousin Ambrose. Now she is having a cute little cat called Salem, and she juggles her life between Baxter High in Greendale and Witchcraft Academy. Now she is always up and fighting against all the evils who threaten the lives in Greendale, and also tries to murder and take away her loved ones. Now she is also madly in love with a guy called Nicholas Scratch. Now he is a damn cute and hot warlock, and their chemistry on screen is steaming hot. So if you are up for some witchy series and tales, magic, some bloodbath, and lots of romance and love, friendship, then this series is just the one for you. The last series that I'm going to recommend you is a spooky web series. Now this is directed by Shujoy Ghosh, and the name of the series is Typewriter. Now this is based in Goa, where a group of children is the main attraction. Now they could sense that there is a ghost present in an old mansion and wanted to seek it out. Now there's a typewriter present in the old mansion which will kill and murder anybody and everybody who tries to take it out of the house. So as the story unravels, we get to see very unpleasant secrets, and which leads to electrifying and terrifying events in the present. So definitely watch this web series if horror movies scare you, but at the same time you just enjoy the adrenaline rushing through your body. So moving on to the last segment of this video are the songs that I would love to recommend you. Although it may seem that the compositions are old enough, but I am recommending it to you because they still rule my playlist, and I think that they are very much apt for the V-Day. So the first composition that I'm going to recommend you is the Lindsay Sterling's music composition. Now if you don't know, she is a magnificent violinist. Now she is a goddess to me because she can play the instrument at the same time, she can give wonderful expressions, and she also dances gracefully to the beats. Now my favorites are Transcendence, Phoenix, Elements, Electric Daisy Violin, and I think that if you listen to her compositions, you won't be able to sit still. So definitely try it out. The next song that I'm going to recommend to you is Diamante by Otilia Bruma. Now this is a Romanian composition where the lover is comparing her beloved to diamonds, and she wants to dance with him in the land of moon. So it's definitely a very romantic and lovey-dovey type of song which you can definitely dance on with your loved one. And the next one that I'm going to recommend is Rain by Accent, also a love song where the beloved is compared to the summer rain, because rains after summer are very soothing and it provides a cooling effect and freshness. So definitely hear it. And the last two recommendations that I have for you is from Bollywood or the Hindi songs. Now the first song that I will recommend you is Janib from Dilli Wali Zalim Girlfriend. Now I know that this movie is very old, the song is also very old, but Once it used to rule my playlist, and even now when I hear it, I just can't stop playing it on loop, because that's what Arijit Singh and his magnificent voice does to you. And the last album that I will recommend you to hear on this V-Day is Tere Bina album by Abhijit. Since in this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because that's completely free. And the books that I have mentioned in this video are mentioned in the description box below. And wishing every one of you a very, very happy Valentine's Day. Reading between the lines, signing off for today. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, be happy and keep reading.